about a Neighborhood Watch program. On June 1st, Lion Magnet will observe its Lion Stars dinner, and it's at a church on, it's Dugdale, not Dugdale, excuse me, it's on Delaney Road in Gurnee, Delaney and Wadsworth, near Midland Country Club, right? And on June 3rd, we'll be observing the Waukegan High School graduation at Rice Field. And if there is rain out, it will be observed at the 9th grade center in the auditorium. And on June 6th, all of our middle schools will be observing their graduation program. I'd also like to report that in addition to the students who are identified by Dr. Jetlicker tonight, I'm in receipt of a communication from the technology campus naming 9 of our students who have placed in the Illinois State Skills USA competition. Those students placed in areas of cosmetology, graphic web design, certified nursing assistants, early childhood education, and in television production. We also received word from the College of Lake County that each year there's a Lake County High School Teachers Honor Roll. This year, 7 of our instructors from the Waukegan High School received this distinction. Those teachers will be sent a letter of commendation. If I could say their names, I would. The first one is Mr. Dennis Argyrakis. Okay, he's an English teacher. The next one is Mrs. Valeria Cargile, biology. Mr. Michael DeConte, literature. Mr. Joe Martinez, Spanish speakers 5. Mr. Al Nelson, history. Mrs. Jennifer Wagner, choir. And Mr. Kurt Wittenberg, history. Also, is Ms. Diane Grishow still here with us tonight? Ms. Diane Grishow is our nurse. We'd like to recognize her. She graduated with distinction, honors associated with maintaining a 4.0 grade point average, and as a member of the Sigma Theta Tau International, which is a nursing honor society. She would like everybody to know that she is a proud graduate of Waukegan High School, and it is her pleasure and her honor to serve this community where her education began many years ago. Mrs. Diane Rochelle has done an outstanding job in making certain that the needs of our students for health, nutrition, and the like are upmost in her mind and in the minds of the administration and this board. So we want to congratulate Ms. Rochelle.
In addition to what you announced, tomorrow night is the award night for the high school students, right? And that is at Ramada at 6:30. Okay. So that's in addition to what the other announcements that you had.
The athletic one?
Yeah, the athletic one. Yes, that's tomorrow night. Okay, the next item we have is informational. It's the proposed revision of policy 4305, acceptable use of technology. If there's any comments that anybody has with regard to that,
I guess I have an issue with the very first line that reads, the administration is vigorously updating the board policy manual. I was under the impression that the board wrote the policies for the district, not the administration. So I have a little issue with the fact that the board is not present when these policies are being rewritten. That what didn't come up in the technology committee, and that's where it was first presented, and that's it comes to the board for the first reading. But if there is some additions or changes that you might want to suggest, you have that opportunity to do that, and then it will be considered for when we get second reading about the policy. Okay. The other party that's involved with
And Mrs. Jenkins, too, we'd like to acknowledge that the administration in the role as the superintendent advises the board. We review our policies to let you know where they're short or where they're in need of revision. We bring to you the proposal for the revision, and we welcome your input. That's why we have 2 readings. But you certainly are welcome to sit in on those committees.
And we also have our board attorney look them over and make sure that we're in compliance with all of the school code and the other regulations that we need to follow, so that it's
policies that were being redone, and she was very accommodating where she put the new policy, the proposed policy, and I asked her if we could see the current policy. And so both of the policies, as the policies are being reviewed, both the new policy proposal as well as the current policy will be included for the review of board members, and it's here in the packet, both the new one and the current one. You can see what was changed. But I had issue making sure that the policies are you know, they're going to have our signature from you know, and it's just not a blanket policy that goes out anywhere, but it is tailor-made to our concerns.
President McGuire, members of the board. At the April 10th meeting, the will of the board was to send the policies to the committee. Unfortunately, we haven't had a student achievement committee yet, but that is going to be one of the agenda items. Once we set the date, we will be sending out proposed and current policies for review, as well as an analysis from the attorney as to any changes. We're going to do that through with all of the strands of policy, and we'll go through student achievement, then come to the board for first and second reading.
Next item is old business. Any new business?
I would like the concurrence, hopefully the concurrence of the board to direct the administration to look at how we can make JROTC mandatory. And for 1 year, I'm just going 1 year right now, for the students, and I know that I don't want to get in trouble with the law, but in particular for freshman boys. Okay, but it would be open to all students. But I would like to know from the administration how we could possibly do that. And I had the pleasure of attending the JROTC awards night, and you know the valor that I saw with the students, their mannerism, just their overall demeanor, and I attribute it to the JROTC program, and I think that it would be a benefit for our students to have that. So I'm hoping that I can get a concurrence from the board to at least direct the administration to see it or to look at it, and you know bring a report back to us as far as the feasibility of it, and you know if it could happen.
I concur with that.